Welcome to the Neurodivergent Experience podcast, a podcast where we share the lived experiences of neurodivergent people to help create a better understanding for our community.
Join us every week as we bring you honest, raw, and inspiring conversations with specialists, advocates, and individuals who know exactly what it's like to live the neurodivergent experience.
I'm Jordan James, a neurodivergent specialist, father of neurodivergent children, husband to a neurodivergent wife, and author of The Autistic Experience, and I'm joined by my best friend.
I'm Simon Scott. I'm an autistic ADHD broadcaster, actor, and advocate. Join us as we journey into unravelling the neurodivergent experience.
Hello, and welcome back to the Neurodivergent Experience with Jordan James and...
Me. Hello. No, this is Simon Scott. Hi, thank you for once again joining us. If this is your first time listening, hello. Welcome to the Neurodivergent Experience, where we share our lives as neurodivergent people and all of that fun stuff. So, Mr. Jordan James, you've had a wonderful little week, haven't you? What have you been doing this week?
I've had a kick-ass week. It's been so good. So we started the week off. We went to Pembrokeshire. I went to do a neurodivergence talk for a Rotary Club in a place called Saundersfoot next to Tenby, and it was really, really pretty. The weather was insane. It was so sunny. It was so nice. And basically, we drove over there, Sylvia, me, Sophie, my daughter, and Chris, who we've had on this podcast, Sophie's boyfriend, and he's really into photography now.
Oh,
like
great.
I've got a little protege, a little Padawan, and he particularly likes birds. That's his new autistic special interest. And I said, look, when we're in Pembrokeshire, why don't we go and see the puffins at Skymer Island? I've been there twice before. It is, the island itself is just gorgeous. The whole area is just so beautiful. So that's what we did. I lent him my camera and lens, and my very good friend Graham lent me his camera and his awesome Canon lens. And off we trotted to go to Pembrokeshire. The talk went really, really well. Quite a few people there. It was really nice. And the next day we went to Skymer Island, and dude, it was absolutely amazing. So I fully encourage anyone listening to go and check out my page. It's Jordan James, the autistic photographer. Go on Facebook. I'm going to put some on Instagram as well. That's Joe, the autistic photographer. So I'm going to put some pictures on Instagram and just check out all my puffin pics. Like, I've been putting them every day. I've just been putting a ton of puffin pics. They're so cute. They're like tiny, like if a pigeon had sex with a penguin. That's what they look like.
Yes.
Yeah. Little chubby dinosaurs that can't fly properly. So when they go in the water, because they're water birds, they're really graceful. But it's when they try and land on land, they just sort of look like
story of my life.
Yeah. They look like terrified every time they try and land. It's quite funny. It's like every time they land, it looks like it's the first time they've ever tried it. They are so adorable. I want puffin tattoo now. That's it. I'm getting a puffin tattoo. I love them so much.
Yeah, they're very cool animals.
Chris was amazing. He used his amazing autistic abilities to pick up on what I said. He learned very, very quickly, and he was taking pictures, I would say, like almost as good as mine. Like, honestly, apart from a bit of editing, and obviously I've been doing it a lot longer, like the fact that he's only been doing photography for 6-7 months or something like that, it was just incredible. Like he got some amazing shots because he actually listens, which is unique, because I've taught a lot of people photography, and one of the things that I find I struggle with the most with neurodivergent people teaching them is the fact that they're very keen to listen, they're very keen to learn, but very few of them actually then go and do exactly what I just said. They kind of just go, oh yeah, and then they go and do whatever they want. And the fact is the reason I got as good as I got is because I know what I'm doing?
Yeah, I've had this
like,
with
my pictures
podcasting
aren't
before.
Accidental.
Yeah.
Like,
you try and like pass your knowledge on, and the demand avoidance just kicks in, and you just like go, okay, cool. You just kind of have to just let people do their own thing, don't you?
But yeah, no, it was absolutely wonderful. We were all there. It was a really lovely trip. We even ended up staying an extra day because we got a deal on the Airbnb. The lady said, "Oh, we can have it for half price if we stay another night." And I was like, "Hell yeah!"
Oh, why not?
So that meant that I had to put back Doom because obviously this is a week later. Doom came out, and yeah, I didn't get to play it, and I ended up playing it last night after work. I worked all day, then I watched OKC Thunder get through to the NBA West Conference Finals, which was really awesome because we all did that as a family. Just lots of family time, man. Just everyone just doing fun things. And this is the good thing about having different special interests, is the fact that we don't all have the same special interests, but we all have special interests that align. So it's just finding those special interests and doing things, that align with those.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Things,
like when you can almost like tickle a bit of everybody's special interest in a group, that's when all the magic happens, I think. That's when you have the most fun as a family. Absolutely. My
favourite thing is the fact that we fully, as I've discussed on this podcast, decided to move to Cornwall. And we're getting to Pembrokeshire. It's my third time going there. It's only Sylvia's second time, but the first time we went there, it was to Tenby to do a talk, ironically.
And this is like south west Wales for anybody that's not in the UK and knows the mapping area.
It's yeah, so I think with the mindset of like, we are going to move, we're going to move to Cornwall, Sylvia looking around and she's like, yeah, we're going to live here now. And she's like looking at houses as we're driving. And this is really fun because Sylvia's actually sitting next to me. So, babe, why did you want to move to Pembrokeshire?
It's more green.
It's more green?
Yeah, than Cornwall. I think it's more trees around. I don't know. I feel it's greener and prettier.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And also it's cheaper.
Everyone in Cornwall's like, whoa.
Much cheaper. It's so much like hilly, up and down everywhere. It's very, very pretty. It's right on the coast as well.
Yeah, not far from the Brecon Beacons. Not far from Cardiff, where you've got a proper international airport. I think it's very much like Cornwall, but it's kind of
more woods.
But it's not just that. There's more like shops and like it feels less rural.
Yeah, because Cornwall is really rural. Like I've not been for a long time. I've been on a couple of family holidays to Cornwall, and don't get me wrong, it's beautiful. Like it is a beautiful part of the country, but it is very almost like it's quite isolated, isn't it? It's like if you're somebody that like really likes going to the cinema and shopping alongside also being outdoors and in nature, you kind of lose one to get the other, I think. Whereas like with like South Wales, you're like an hour drive from most places if you want to be. I mean, where I've sort of moved in Merseyside, I'm a 25-minute drive from a beach, but I have to get through a city to get to the beach. So there's like a bit of everything for me. And like the area that I've moved to is quite rural for the outside of the city, but I'm still in the city. So it's almost it ticked a lot of boxes for kind of what I like in life. So I think that's just like ultimate, like accommodating your life, isn't it? Making good choices. If you want to move somewhere where you can get to the beach and take photos, but also get to a Cineworld in half an hour, then Cornwall's probably not the best place for that.
And also go to the airport, is it? Because in Cornwall, you have nowhere to get to airport. The nearest airport is like
Bristol.
Yeah, literally so far.
There's not many flights that come out of Bristol, is there? So you basically, if you want to go anywhere for further than an hour flight, you're going to Heathrow anyway, aren't you?
Yeah. So I think I would say it's equally as pretty in that area, but it's just more convenient for us.
You have Cardiff next door, so you can get to the airport or other places.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're actually flying internationally, so you can fly out of there somewhere you wanted to go, is it? Instead of
it's just awesome. Plus, obviously I'll be doing photography when I move there. I'll be doing photography workshops, and you can literally do photography workshops on Skomer.
And you can see puffins.
So I can literally be teaching people how to take pictures of puffins like I do, and making a living off of it, which is my dream, literally my dream. Plus, hopefully, we'll still be doing this podcast.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And I will only be I'll be less than 4 hours from you,
which is like 2 hours less than you are now.
Yeah. And about 2.5 hours less than if we'd moved to Cornwall.
Oh yeah, it would have got even harder, wouldn't it?
So just also closer to Snowdonia, which is one of my favorite places in the world. It just ticks all the boxes.
And it's the land of the Hobbit.
And it's Hobbiton. It is just Hobbiton there. It is just so green and lush, and yeah. So what about you? What did you do this week?
Oh gosh, well I'm trying to think, because like our recording, even though we bring a new episode out every Thursday, we don't actually talk to each other every week, do we? Because some weeks we record 2 episodes, some we record 1 episode. So I think since the last time I spoke to you through this little window anyway, I've built some wardrobes. So I've done like proper had my dad come round and help me build IKEA wardrobes. And I tell you what, mate, it's a simple little life I'm living now compared to like bombing around the city. But the amount of joy it brings me to just walk into the spare bedroom and look at all these wardrobes that I've built and kind of the satisfaction of it. It's a simple little thing, but it's bringing me a lot of joy at the moment.
No, it's like giant Lego, dude.
At least you can do it. Joe, you always do back to front everything.
Yeah, literally. I think I ended up having a meltdown.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I had my moments.
I'm not good.
Me and my dad were...
Sylvia's way better than I am.
Yeah, me and my dad were doing it and we were having a laugh and he was literally going, I'll tell you what, son, if we don't make any mistakes, we could be done by lunch as we were both making a mistake. So we had to like
lunch 3 days from now.
Yeah, exactly. So we've done that, and then I've last weekend we had Karis, my family round, and then this weekend we've had Karis's family round, and we've had a great time. The weather up here has been mental. Like I didn't see a cloud for like 3 days, which means we've probably had the British summer the past 2 weeks.
Same weather as we had, but yeah, that's it. That's summer.
Absolutely incredible. Bye-bye. So I'll be honest, today I'm a little sun-kissed. I'm also low on spoons because I've done a hell of a lot of socialising the past 2 days. I was like barbecue master yesterday when the buffets and little things were happening when Karis's family was around. So I'm a bit like today, but that's just all part of the fun of being an adult and having your own gaff. It's like I had to get up and go, oh, the grass needs cutting. Shit, it's me that's got to do it. So it's just like...
That's why we've got fake grass. It looks really good, but like we never...
Yeah,
like,
so we've got it at the back, but we've not got it at the front. So it's like, I was literally like thinking...
I changed our front one to the aggregate.
Yeah.
Because no one is cutting the grass. So.
But that's what I mean, is like I'm trying to like organise my house routine to be as low demand as possible. You know, it's like we've got like a hedge outside and stuff, and I'm a bit like, oh, do I need to go to B&Q and buy a hedge trimmer? And I'm like, when did this happen in my life? Like, when did I go from, just like, I feel like I've become really domesticated just overnight.
I'm very fortunate with that because Sylvia is just that's what she does. Like
B&Q is my favorite shop, and Screwfix. I could live there.
And Home Base.
She could
just like I can walk around HMV.
I'm like, oh yes, please.
Yeah.
This aisle is perfect for me. All this wood everywhere.
She likes wood.
Why not? You can build stuff out of it.
So funny. So yeah, so that's basically been my week this week, but kind of, revolving around to our topic. After having the house move and all of the stress of thinking about it, I feel like my head was just constantly buzzing of going, oh, I need to think about this with the house, need to do this with the house. And now we've moved in, I'm finding I'm regularly having moments of going, what do I do now? And during the whole move, I really realized that I stopped listening to music actively. Like I love finding new artists. I love like really delving into like albums and really committing to listening to stuff. And I feel like it's just been background noise for ages. And since the move is now completed, I'm really getting back listening into music. So it's my big special interest. So I just thought this week we could talk about, being autistic and why so many of us are absolutely obsessed with music.
It is I always think of music as it's creating the soundtrack to my life.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So I can think about moments in my life, like memories, especially when you have an eidetic memory like we do, and you're almost reliving that moment. And I can literally put a backdrop of a tune like it's like a movie playing in my head. And, you know, like one I particularly think of is Sweet Dreams by Marilyn Manson, the Marilyn Manson cover.
Yeah.
That he did for like House on Haunted Hill. And like we're driving around the back roads in my old green Golf. It was like one of my first cars. And Sylvia and I are driving, and we got like a couple of friends in the car, and we're just listening to that, or some like Blink 182 or some Limp Bizkit, and it's just like I'm there. And we're just listening to that with my crappy speakers. I like, you know, put my own JBL speakers in a bit of wood, and I cut out the back.
Yeah.
Stuck it all in. I did all that. Yeah, down at Halfords, where, you know, you was it Pimp My Ride type shit. It looked crap, but it sounded even crapper.
Discman or something. Yeah, connected to the radio.
Yeah, we had one of those tapes that like you put in, but it comes into a CD player. Mm-hmm. So you play CDs, and then it goes into the tape player.
Did you used to have like a really big booklet in the glove box that was full of CDs? Because my dad, we used to have a massive one.
We still have that.
I've got one with the South Park Little Man.
Yeah, the South Park Little Man.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, Cartman. It's a Cartman one. Sylvia still has CDs in her car.
And literally one which I made and created, and he has written old people music. Sophie wrote it on it. Old people music. And I'm like...
Yeah, thanks for that.
No, you hit like a great point though, because like soundtracking, I actually did a project at university all around like soundtracking and the mind. So I kind of started this project that I'm still on. I'm on like year 9 of doing it now, where essentially I always used to really feel the change of seasons, and my music taste changes with it. And it was just something that I was very aware of. And we're talking like 10, 12, 13, 14 years ago. And essentially when I was like 19, I just started this playlist that was a summer playlist. And it's just got like a little wave on it. And then as soon as I felt like autumn creeping, I changed it to an autumn playlist. And I was averaging about 100 songs. And I've been doing this for 9 years now, where as soon as I start to feel the seasons change, I just start a new playlist. But my music taste is so similar every single season. So like I can listen to like an autumn playlist from like 4 years ago and listen to one that's from 2 years ago. And the themes, the sort of like how I'm feeling, what I'm thinking about, all seems to like play in. It's like I get a lot more like acoustic, but also into like darker music around October, sort of December. And then for some reason, like in January and February, I always seem to listen to musical soundtracks a lot more. Don't know. I just don't know why. I don't know whether it's like the sort of like Christmassy sort of vibe, but
no, it's because you're autistic, mate.
No, who told you?
That is like it's like you as you're talking. I'm like, it's so autistic, and it's like, and it's because like I honestly, I definitely think there are particular subjects where I can go, okay, this is definitely my autistic brain is my autistic brain, the autistic led part of my brain, however you want to see it, is definitely in charge of this particular subject or this particular interest. And then like, or my, like the ADHD part of my brain, like they're separate, is definitely in charge of other things. And I definitely feel like I'm like ADHD with music. But you're definitely like you're autistic. There are some people that'll be able to go, and I'm sure you're probably one of them. This is how I look at levels. We're going to do a whole episode on this, but this is how I look at levels of autism. Is like level 3 is that's my special interest and I know a lot about it. Level 2 is that's my special interest and I know a lot about it and I could probably win mastermind if I just did that subject. Level 1 is I know more than pretty much everyone else on the planet about Star Wars, and all you have to do is like play a clip of a lightsaber going vroom, and I'll be able to tell you what that lightsaber is, what the fight is, like what the timestamp of the exact episode or movie that it's in, who made that lightsaber, the lighting guy, the cameraman, like, and that sounds extreme, but there's people like there are autistic people that could just tell you everything. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
That's like level 1 autism. That's how I look at the autism, like in levels. I would say that I'm pretty much level 3 with everything. To be honest, I don't think I've ever even made it to level 2. No, sorry. Level 2, I would say evolution.
Mm-hmm.
And ironically, autism and neurodivergence. I'm probably level 2, between level 2 and maybe even level 1. Certainly if I talk about synaptic pruning, I'll be here all day. But like, where would you fit? Like,
honestly, it depends on where you're talking about with music. Because, like, you know, when you were talking about you and Sylvia with your car, the sort of family that I grew up in is a song would play and my dad would go, "Oh, I had this tape on a tape deck with my golf, and hey, Jen, do you remember when we used to go through puddles and it used to stall?" And then she'd be like, "Oh yeah, because we used to listen to it here and listen to it here and listen to it here." And so many of like our conversations have revolved around music. Like, somebody'd be playing and my dad would come up to me and he'd go, "So who's this? Who's playing this?" And it would become a bit of a game that we used to have where he was just teaching me about lots of music and then like the story and the history that was based around it. Because me and my dad have a spare, like, all the one like common special interest in my little family is music. Like, my dad's obsessed with music. My mum, even the same, but they couldn't listen to more different things. Because, like, my dad, like, gets hooked on stuff. Like, he's had the same playlist since COVID and he just can't, like, break out of it. Like, he'll just sit and listen to the same 40 songs. Whereas my mum is constantly chopping and changing dependent on her mood. Whereas I'm both. I listen to, on average, about 120,000 minutes of music a year, which is a lot. So, it's like, my Spotify playlist is ridiculous. I listen to an awful lot of artists and I find I get into new genres. Like, I got into country music last year. I've got a buddy who's in America and he's like, "You probably know more about country music than most people that live in America." I'm like, "Well, I don't think so." And he's like, "You do." Like, because we just end up like having
from
like
Nashville.
Yeah, because we just end up like having like light conversations, and then I end up like just going off piste because I'll go, "Oh yeah, I like that artist, especially the third album because they did this during the," and then that's it, I'm off.
Yeah, it's like that's proper level 2, driven into possible level 1, depending on the band. I mean, I heard your episode of the Autistic Culture podcast, and you were talking about
My Chemical Romance. Yeah,
My Chemical Romance. I remember everything. I have a great memory. To be fair, I've never listened to My Chemical Romance, but I listened to that whole episode and I found it really, really interesting. It didn't make me go, "Oh, I'm going to go listen to My Chemical Romance," because I did, and I was like, "Oh, that's a thing I like listen to."
Yeah, and
then I went back to Five Finger Death Punch because I'm just into it. But it's on my list. I'm going to try and listen to more because it's, for me, music is something that I won't listen to just because other people listen to. I'm a trendsetter, not a sheeple. You know, I'll do things my way, and
which is reflective in the music you listen to as well.
Yeah. I mean, I will listen to the same music as I did when I was a kid, because it's for the same reason.
No, but what I mean by that is like all of the bands that you listen to are very anti-authority. I'm going to do it my way or the highway sort of music.
That makes sense. Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
That's what I mean. Is it reflects
Bohemian Rhapsody is my favorite ever song. Like, that's my. I don't even know if we were supposed to talk about this right now. But Bohemian Rhapsody is my favorite song, and it is the most unconventional piece of music ever written. Like, everybody was saying at the time, "No one's going to listen to this. This is ridiculous. It's all over the place." But at the same time, like you're talking about like going against the grain. The music that I cannot stand is jazz. I hate jazz.
You don't know where it's going.
It makes my ears bleed. But yeah, before we start talking about like particular music that we love and don't love, what is your favorite feeling from music? Because it's like, for me, I have like three feelings, right? I have relaxation, right? So a bit of like Jack Johnson or some, classical chill out or something like that, like I listen to in the bath. Then I have motivation, which is like, some dance music or some metal or something when I'm doing exercising, something that's going to make me lift more or make me run further. And then I have feels where it's just like music that will just make me cry, like give me those memories, and it will almost bring back my dad or bring back my brother or bring back moments that I lost. And it makes me feel sad, but it feels good to feel sad because I like to cry every now and again. It feels good to let those emotions out every now and again. And music massively, massively helps, like a conduit to releasing my emotions when sometimes I struggle with it.
You've hit the absolute nail on the head. That is the word I was going to use, to conduit. It's a conduit of expressing my feeling, because I'm alexithemic. Sometimes I need to cry and it just won't come out. And there is certain types of music that I know I can listen to, like M83 Outro makes me cry every single time I listen to it. It's one of the most like epic sort of big blowing up sort of sounds. And that's what I love about music so much, is it's the escapism of a soundtrack. It's like at the moment, and Caris does this to me, bless her. She doesn't mean to, but she sets me on a task. She'll go, oh, there's this band that like some people are listening to and I don't get it. And my brain doesn't hear that going, oh, she doesn't get it. It goes, oh, she needs help understanding it. So now I'm going to go and listen to this band, understand their entire discography, understand their entire history of a band. And then I will return to her and go, I've done some research. Let me know what you think. But like, yeah, I do that where I kind of like go down these rabbit holes and just find music that's really expressing sort of how I'm feeling. Like if I'm driving down a road and I'm listening to Newton Faulkner, I'm going to get a lot different feeling than I'm going to if I'm listening to Pink Floyd. Or if I'm driving down the highway and I'm listening to Rob Zombie, like you're going to get different feelings. Like if I'm listening to acoustic music, I'm not driving, I'm driving way under the speed limit. I've got Rob Zombie on and I'm really struggling to not have a heavy foot. So it's like, yeah, I get all of these, like so many different feelings that come from music. But shall we take a little break, and when we come back, we'll talk about like the different types of music we like and all of the different feelings you sort of get from it?
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, let's do that.
Sylvia's just ADHDing out next to me.
There's a soundtrack playing somewhere.
Yeah, she's just like popping her head and like,
yeah, love it.
What are you listening to in your head, babe?
Criss Cross Will Make It.
Criss Cross will make you jump.
Jump. That man will make you
so
jump.
Do you know why that's random? I was literally listening to that in the gym yesterday. You didn't even know that, did you?
No.
Right, we'll be back.
Right.
Criss Cross, make you jump. Jump. That man can make you jump. This episode of the Neurodivergent Experience is brought to you by RTN Mental Health Solutions. With up to a 5-year waiting list for autism and ADHD assessments via the NHS, and that's even if you get a referral from your GP, getting an assessment in the UK has never been harder. So if you're like me and can't wait anymore, going private may be the best option for you. RTN offers online assessments for kids aged 6 right up to adults. To make it more accessible, RTN can offer payment plans up to 5 months. You can access their remote services from the comfort of your home anywhere in the UK, and RTN offers group and one-to-one counselling, a private route to access ADHD medication following the assessment, and will even fight for you if your GP doesn't accept the results. So if you live in the UK and can't wait to get an assessment, go to www.rtnmentalhealthsolutions.com and use the discount code RTN23, making it even more affordable for all of our listeners to get an autism and ADHD assessment. Welcome back to the Neurodivergent Experience. I don't know about you, but we've just been crisscrossing in the break because Mac Daddy make you jump. Still amazes me that those were two white boys. I did not know that until a couple of years ago.
Dude, what are you talking about?
It's crisscross, is it? Oh no, I'm thinking of. I'm thinking House of Pain. Sorry.
House of Pain, the Irish guy.
Yeah, two Irish dudes. I never thought they were Irish dudes.
I love House of Pain.
Yeah,
no, they were always talking about how they're Irish.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, there's the whole song of "I'm a Leprechaun."
I know.
It's like Criss Cross. Like, I have an entire discography. I have an entire list of songs that I will play when I'm playing basketball. And it's just stuff I listened to when I was a kid. And I just listen to it now and I just play basketball and I feel so good. I feel on form all the time. And yeah, it just makes me feel good. But it's just funny, the fact that Sylvia's just like bopping her head to a song that's just randomly in her head. I just love it.
Yeah, I have it with Caris more so than me. It's like I've noticed, especially since I've been taking the methylphenidate regularly, I don't have the soundtrack playing as much in my head. Whereas like Caris is like shuffling through songs at will. It's like she's got a DJ that won't even let her get to the chorus of the next song constantly. It's like she's listening to one song and then she's just jumping to another.
Is that what's going on, babe?
Yeah, I normally like just go through different songs in my head, whatever I like.
Do you find that if somebody says a phrase that relates to a song lyric, that then suddenly the song starts playing in your head?
Literally, I'm like, oh, it's this. And I'm like going around the work and then my colleague's like, what are you on about? And I'm like, oh, nothing.
It's like if somebody was just to like go, oh yeah, don't stop me now. And then suddenly everyone just like in your head, don't stop me now.
Are you joking? That was the song I was just about to sing.
And that's that funny?
No. I was in my head, I was going, don't stop me now. Why did you say that song?
Well, because we just...
Yeah, but I didn't say anything. Why did you say that song?
I don't know. It just kind of was like...
Dude, this is autistic empathy levels. We're psychic.
Honestly, do you know where my brain went? I was like, oh, it's just like jukebox thinking. Oh, do you remember when they play the jukebox in Shaun of the Dead?
Yeah, Shaun of the Dead.
And that's just where my brain went. Now. That's just instantly where my brain went. It took those steps and just went straight to... Oh,
I don't know. I had it playing in my head and then you said it. And then obviously I was listening to Crisscross as I pulled up.
And now it's playing in my head as well.
And then Sylvia, I swear, like, okay, so it's not proven. It's not science. I'm not going to ever say like we have any facts whatsoever. I have facts and I'll tell you they're facts. But I personally have a really strong feeling. And remember, I'm not religious. I'm not... Was it spiritual? That's just not me, right? But I truly believe that the brain is capable of so much more than we understand. And I do believe that you can have a connection with certain people where you just know things.
We have a bit of a hive mind sometimes, don't we?
Hive mind. What a great... Yeah, hive mind. Yeah. I have it with Sylvia. We're always doing that. And this is just one of those moments. And I have it with you, and I have it with Pickle Rick. I have it with Pickle Rick. It's so weird, isn't it, babe?
It's telepathic.
It is. It's like telepathic. Yeah. It's just like energy passing. But it's not even like I could be thinking about something, and I go, oh, I should call Rick, and all of a sudden he's messaging me.
I have that, dude. I literally had it the other day and it freaked me out as well.
I know correlation isn't causation. And I understand that. I am the biggest advocate of correlation isn't causation because of the whole freaking autism causes vaccine bullshit and all of that. But this happens so much. I'm like, there's something there. But at the end of the day, I'm just enjoying my life.
It's aliens.
It's aliens. Thanks.
Oh, I can't wait until they come and get us. It'd be great.
Oh, take me home, baby. As long as I can still play Doom and have the new Switch 2 and look at puffins. Oh, maybe they'll have those alien puffins like they do in Star Wars.
Oh, yeah. I can't remember what they're called now.
They're called alien puffins.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yes,
yes, of course.
Very original.
I know, right? I now want a new cuddly toy. Okay, so what were we talking about? Oh, music, yeah. So got your program notes, very nicely put. What types of music we like? I think we've been over that, but I want to know what's your favorite? Like, what is your? I've said my favorite song. What's your favorite song?
Oh, you've activated level 1, Jordan. Now I've gone. Well, what type of favorite song? What genre? What decade?
I don't like him anymore, ladies and gentlemen.
Music?
If you're listening,
do you want rock music?
this
Do you
will be
want
the
punk
last
music? Do you
podcast
want
we have.
jazz? Do you want classical? Do you want musical?
Sylvia and I are starting our own one.
Honestly, I was doing a pub quiz the other day and the pub quiz person came up to me and was like, dude, chill the fuck out. Because like it was the music round and I was, because you have to like, it's like an iPad and you have to click the first letter of the band's name. And it wasn't even like getting to a half a note. And she was like, you get bonus points for answering the question quick. And I got so far ahead in the pub quiz, albeit I was working at the bar on the pub quiz. She literally came up to me and was like, "You're not allowed to answer any questions in this round because you're winning by too much." Because the music had just played, I'd be like, "Oh, that's this, and oh, that's this, and oh, that's this." And then it was like, "Oh, who's this?" I went, "Oh, Eddie Murphy sings this." She went, "Eddie Murphy sings songs." I went, "Yeah, actually, he was really good friends with Prince. And they met at Studio 54 and then had that." She's just like...
Yeah, no, you're getting into realms of level 1. You're spiking level 1 here.
Was it not Eddie Murphy was playing with this woman, like opera singer? He was recording with her a lot of things separately.
I don't know. Ask level 1 every.
Oh, gosh. So I know what you mean, but I just can't remember her name.
No, that's Freddie Mercury. I'm mixed up.
Oh, Freddie Mercury. What, between Eddie Murphy and Freddie Mercury?
Yeah, because that's when he was doing like...
I love your brain.
That's when he was like doing Barcelona like towards the end of his life, wasn't it?
I just think that's great. It's just Eddie Murphy mixed up with Freddie Mercury.
Because when you were talking about music, though, it's like I get drawn to a good story. So like there's a band at the moment that I listen to that's called Ghost. And... They are a Swedish metal band who essentially put the ABBA in Black Sabbath. And their entire premise is that there were 2 autistic guys who were in their late 20s that were making music. And they were like, dudes like us don't make this kind of music. So we've got to wear costumes. So they ended up building this whole persona that's like an anti-version of the Catholic faith. And now the band has its entire story. Every single album, they get a new pope who's a lead singer. And...
That just sounds fun. It sounds a bit like
Slipknot. That's what I mean. It draws me in. I'm like, oh wait, there's research that I can do on this. There's world building that I can do on this. Tell me more, and I get dragged in. But honestly, my favorite genre is like punk elements. So like, I'm really loving country punk at the moment, which is like Treaty Oak Revival. I like sort of like emo rap punk, which is like Lil Peep and Juice WRLD, but then I also like pop punk, which is Green Day.
Is it too late to retract the question?
Sit there and accept my love. But no, yeah, I know what you mean.
I just asked him what his favourite song was, and now,
sorry everybody,
now my heart hurts. Got indigestion.
Yeah,
I think I need to fart.
What music do you like, Jordan?
Well, babe, what's your favourite song?
Yeah, what do you like?
I don't have a favourite song, but I like particular artists. I like Guns N' Roses and I love Bon Jovi. I think I like rock the most, but I do like pop and I love country western.
Yeah,
I like everything.
We like everything together, really. There's very few things that we don't both enjoy. Like we have a very similar taste in music. It's a huge reason. Oh, I freaking love Aerosmith. It's a huge. Like I was saying to you, it's like the soundtrack to our life. It's not just my life; it's our life because we listen to so many of the same songs. Like I said, I love Crisscross. It's so out there and it's so wacky. And it's so 90s. And one of them's dead, which is very sad. But
damn.
I used to wonder how they got to the toilet because they were wearing these trousers back to front.
Dude, I wore my trousers back to front and my top back to front, but I tried to put my trainers on back to front, but I don't know if you know trainers, they only go one way. So I put them on the wrong feet just for the hell of it.
This is sort of where my like autistic, it totally kicks in. You love Aerosmith so much, but you also love Nintendo. Did you know that the song Pink by Aerosmith is the song that plays in the bowling on Wii Sports?
Yes, I did.
It's a color of
passion.
Yeah, and that's just what I mean. But that's where my sort of like language barriers come in because I get alexithemic and I don't really know how to talk to people a lot of the time. As soon as they talk about like music, I go, oh, that's a language barrier that's broken down for me. I can speak to you now, but then I also go, I've taken over the entire conversation and I can see that you want to leave, but I'm not finished.
Yeah, the thing is, socially, music is so helpful to, especially people with alexithymia, or especially if, you're trying to get to know someone and you don't want to talk about politics, you don't want to talk about
what do you do for a living and things, all of this sort of stuff.
Or you want to talk about what makes you feel good. You want to get to know someone. If you want to get to really know someone, you find out a few things about them. And I think one of them is music. The other is like what TV shows they're into, what sort of movies they like. And you could put like books entertainment. Just entertainment. Like, what games are you playing? Like, honestly, I love video games. I love video games. But some of the games my son plays, he plays so many online games that are just online communities. They're online only.
Yeah.
Things like Smite. No. I want story. I want single player, or I want puzzle player. Sylvia and I, we love to play a game where Sylvia goes, "Oh, I've played that game," but really,
I never played a game.
She's never played a game. I
don't know the buttons.
She does not know the buttons. She can't figure out how to look up and left at the same time.
Shadow plays awesome with video games, and it's such the same with music as well. Because like, I like music that has a story to it. If you play me like stuff that's in the charts, I can tell, and my brain does this, like Jarvis, a million tabs open, and I go, here's where I've heard this before. Like, there's nothing worse for my brain, honestly, when I hear a song that's sampling an old song, because then I go, oh, that's that, and that's related to that, and oh, did you? And then that's it. I'm just deep diving, head research rabbit hole, just from a song coming on the radio, which is why I like story-based stuff so much. Music
makes an entire clique. You know, you've got like emos. Like, you've got like Rastafarians, and yes, I know that people might be into this maybe because it's trendy, or maybe because they're trying to make friends, and all of that is absolutely fine. Never ever had a problem with people trying to fit in if it makes them feel good. But it is always music central. Like, there's always a band that they will particularly follow. Like, I know that the late great Steve Silberman, he was into the Grateful Dead, and they're called Deadheads. I'm
a Deadhead, dude.
You're a Deadhead. Yeah, and I've been watching the Goldbergs, and one of the guys in that, he's a Deadhead, and like, I listened to them. I did, after the Steve Silberman episode, listen back, everybody. It's amazing. It's not for me.
It's too jazz influenced for you.
Oh, yeah, it's all over the place. I can't concentrate on a beat. I don't get anything from it. I can't enjoy it. Like those three things that I mentioned, that music is so integral for me. It doesn't hit any of those. So, like jazz, like a lot blues. I like some blues. I like Elvis blues and BB King and the Drifters. That's sort of rock and blues. And I love, ZZ Top can do the blues, and but yeah, I would say that most things I listen to need to have a rock element. Like, I like nu metal with rap and rock. I love country rock. I love rock and roll, like old style Elvis, the Beatles, Rolling Stones. I love all that.
Well, basically, that just tells me that your brain likes distortion. It likes that like low reverberating sort of beat to it, because jazz has a lot of unrhythmically accented notes. It's like they're playing the right notes but not in the right order. It's extremely unpredictable, so it's probably affecting your expectation sensitivity as well.
Probably. So, have you ever listened to...
And they're all high-pitched sort of notes. Oh, dude, I love jazz.
Sometimes
absolutely love jazz.
You can hear I hear like the phone is ringing in there. I'm like, oh, this is annoying. And then I'm finding it's not a phone.
It's a xylophone.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, this is annoying.
Yeah, no, I've been to like jazz clubs and stuff. I used to sing jazz.
Just don't start. Honestly, like the idea of being in a jazz, like, that scene in Spider-Man 3 where he's like doing the jazz stuff, and he's like,
his little fringe.
I'm gonna
just always remember. I thought you were going to talk about the Anchorman scene where he was like, and John Burgundy will play jazz flute for us. And he's like, I'm not prepared. Just pulls it out of his sleeve.
Oh no, that shit is hilarious.
That's what I mean. Is like, I've been to places like that, and it is awesome. But a lot of the music that I like, and it's probably the same sort of like, it's like pressure related. Is I love being in a crowd, dude, and the speaker comes in, and it just like goes through my rib cage, like how it like stimulates me. It's crazy, dude.
I like that when I'm playing video games, I think. Like, literally, when I talk about Doom, like, I hadn't even started playing the game, and it's coming up with the title, and it's like, and I'm just sitting there, and I've got the controller in my hand. I've got my haptic vest on. I'm feeling, because a haptic vest, basically, for anyone that doesn't know, is a vest which has little speakers in, which don't play sound, but they play vibrations of the sound.
It's so good.
It's so good.
So much fun.
You feel every
you can feel it here on the sofa when you're sitting on the chair.
I'm like, around the house, it just vibrates. You can feel like every bullet hit you, or you can feel like every particularly hard note, like a bass note. Just the bass, just.
It's immersive. That's the word I'm looking for. It's so immersive.
But yeah, have you ever listened to a song like this? Is the first time you've listened to it, or it could be multiple times, where the beginning plays and you just go, "Oh, that feels good."
Oh, dude,
I've got a couple, but one of them is Jet Airliner by the Steve Miller Band, and it goes din 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 din.
Yeah, it's a great riff.
And inside I'm going, and I love it. And that's, if anyone listened to the beginning of the show, the intro to the show is, we were both, because if you listen to the earlier ones, we had a generic one, and it was nice, it was all right. But I was like, no, we need some rock in here. That's why we changed the music, because it just suits us more.
Absolutely.
Like it was such a big decision to make, but that feeling that I get from the Steve Miller Band or Lagrange by ZZ Top, which again was an amazing beginning to one of my favorite movies, Armageddon.
Another one for me is like Booker T, Green Onions, or also as well, like you think of like Reservoir Dogs, Little Green Bag. It's like what I like is it sort of sets the tone. It's one of the things that I love about wrestling so much is the needle drop. Is like a wrestler's music hits and they come down the ramp and it sets the tone.
Favorite wrestler entrance song.
Fire Burns. It's CM Punk's second song that he had. It's an unbelievable track one. When the Undertaker's gong hits, that's fucking sick as well. Triple H is the game, but the best. Going to say Triple H.
The game is mine as well. Is that yours?
My favorite one. My favorite entrance of any wrestler of all time is "Animal" by Saliva, which is Batista's. I walk 2 miles inside this pit of danger.
That is what a very cool song that is. But I also love the Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, the glass shatter.
So good.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, time to play the game.
It's the needle drop. It's that sort of feeling of like another one as well. An amazing feeling is like when you're in a silence in a crowd and then the song hits. It's like Master of Puppets. Bum, 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 bum. Like when you're
my favourite bit about the last WrestleMania, dude, was just listening to Triple H's music and realising he has the same music. Awesome. It made me that gave me feels.
But that's what I mean is like there's so much different things that's like one of my favorite moments in songs is the guitar solo that kicks in Freebird. Like I feel like I'm flying when that drops. But then there's also like certain songs that like remind me of really great memories. Like the opening of the AM album by Arctic Monkeys, Do I Wanna Know, has that really iconic drum beat that then brings in the guitar riff.
I never listened to Arctic Monkeys.
Oh, dude,
I should do.
Their later albums are a little like Alex Turner's Crooning on the Moon. Like they're almost like solo albums with the Arctic Monkeys logo, but the 4 like organic sort of albums. So you go from whatever people say, that's what I'm not. What was the one of like Fluorescent Adolescent? I can't remember what it's called now. Suck It and See is an amazing album. So the lyrics in that are incredible. I've actually got a tattoo of one of the songs, which is called the Pile Driver Waltz.
Now I have to listen. I've always wanted. It felt like I
listened to Imagine Dragons because we watched Arcane.
Yeah, we listened to Imagine Dragons a lot because we watched Arcane, which is like one of our favorite ever cartoons.
Dude, yeah,
so good.
The soundtrack of Arcane. There's multiple artists on there that I've followed for years, like Imagine Dragons, Ashniko, Paris, brilliant artists. So like the fight scene between Vi and the creatures in the first season where she gets the gloves for the first time. That's a female artist that's called Paris. I've seen her play like 4 or 5 times. She's fucking real life.
Oh wow, we need to update our
Dude,
Spotify.
I'll send you loads of stuff because
yeah, send it. Don't make us do it. You use your autism to please us.
Oh yes, I shall provide.
We will take advantage of your disabilities.
Yes, thank you very much. You're very welcome. Activate my
It's much easier if someone does it for you than looking for it. I'm like, what is this song called? I don't know who sings. But
I love doing that. I was born 10 years too late because I should have grown up in the MTV environment, and I missed it. I
literally did that.
I missed it. I remember
watching just Eminem on MTV for the first time. But that's what
I mean is I was just a little bit too young, and it's like I used to love just watching music videos with my parents, just on a roll. And it's how I used to understand movies as well, because movie soundtracks used to be on MTV all the time.
Yeah, that was so good.
You used to be able to go and watch a film. It's like I've not even seen the film with Nicolas Cage, but I know that the Goo Goo Dolls' Iris was one of the songs to it. It's like City of Angels or something like that. So give up forever to touch you. It's just like all of these sorts of songs. It's like, I love being able to go up to somebody and they go, oh, what music do you like? And I go, oh, let me tell you what music you will like, and giving them a CD. Like, I wish I was in that sort of generation, but I'm just not.
Yeah, music is just in everything.
MTV's still around.
Yeah, MTV's still around.
We used to listen to and watch it all the time.
But there's more TV shows on MTV now. There's like all the like dating shows and like My Ex on the Beach or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I think of MTV now. I just think of
we
like
just watch
live
the video
reality.
clips and the music soundtracks and stuff. Is it?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like we love music. I mean, who can't love music? As soon as music plays, I'm just into it. But it's not our special interest. But like us, it's just the background.
Being Q for me.
It's being Q is Sylvia's special interest. Mine currently is Puffins, and watching YouTube videos about the impending Nintendo Switch drop.
But that's crazy because I know for a fact, as part of my special interest, if you said to me, make me a music playlist for Puffins, I will make you one, and it will activate your eidetic memory. I promise you. I could do it. And that's just like an ability that I have that I can't use anywhere. Like when I used to work in radio, I used to soundtrack shows. I used to love doing it, where they'd be like, this is the sort of theme, the feeling that we want of this show. And I'd be like, say no more, and come back half an hour later with a CD of 15 songs on it. And they still use them on shows that I haven't worked on for 5 years because I got it right. Like, that's just me.
Well, what I found impressive is the last time you sent me a playlist was country and western music, like modern one, and it was 4.5 hours long.
And that's a short one.
I was like, do you do it? I was like, I'm just in the gym. Who's doing a 4.5 hour? I'm never going to get through all these songs.
Oh, when we drive somewhere far, we could have listened, but we seem to always talk too much.
Well, we talk too much. Well, because we get on. How dare we? How dare we get on? How dare we be a fun couple?
So I have a playlist, which is my like main playlist. It's 10 years worth of music, and it's 170 hours and 45 minutes long.
Oh my God.
That is half my Mario Kart time playing.
Just like,
and I play a lot.
Just ridiculous, but you know what? It's like if Spotify went, if the world ended, I wouldn't like grieve the fall of society. I'd grieve the fact that I couldn't get Spotify out.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of music purists that are like, I'm going to go and buy a record, and I'm like,
yeah, I have a lot of records,
if you like to collect things, that's really, really cool.
It's like the only thing I do collect, to be honest.
Yeah.
What's happening on this record? You only actually have 3 songs you like. The rest is like pants, and then you just stuck with lots of stuff.
Well, no, just you can tell Sylvia's really into it. So here's my opinion, and you'll take it, and you'll like it, and shut up.
That's how it goes. You like what you like.
Yeah. Okay, Miss Killjoyington.
You're meant to mix. That's why he's so good. He has a whole playlist because he's a mixture.
No, I get what you're saying, but there are some albums that you can just listen to the whole album.
No.
Yeah, no skip albums. I have a whole playlist of no skip albums somewhere.
So my personal favourite album that I can listen to front to back is Keep the Faith by Bon Jovi. And a big reason is because when I used to hang out with my brother, he actually built a Land Rover using a Haynes manual and spare parts that he got from a scrapyard. He built a Land Rover from scratch. Like,
that's cool.
Like literally built the he was amazing. Like it was Lego, but it was just in his brain. And he built a Land Rover. And we used to drive around in the Land Rover with these tinny ass speakers, and it was so shit. But we would listen to a whole bunch of albums, but that was the album that we listened to the most. So, you know, it was back in the day, like tapes. So you couldn't like choose the song you want to listen to. You couldn't skip songs. You'd have to fast forward it. So you just had to listen to the album. You put the tape in, you listen to the album. And that's why I can listen to that album over and over and over again without skipping a single track, because it just reminds me of hanging out with my brother, just two of us going off-roading in his Land Rover that he literally built with his freaking bare hands. And it's literally, and it doesn't make me cry. It doesn't make me sad. It makes me happy, because those are some of the best moments that I had with my brother. It was just us hanging out, driving in his crappy Land Rover. And I just felt like the coolest kid ever, because he'd go and he'd buy me like chocolate bars and stuff that no one else would buy me. And was
it on the tape, you said?
Yeah, it was on tape.
We used to rewind the tape, like putting pencil in and just go around. So you can rewind all the way.
My mum and dad still go on about like recording the charts on tape and stuff, like listening to Radio 1 and recording the top 40 on tape.
Oh yeah, we used to do that as well. God, now we're just talking about being old. Right, so should we, but before I feel even more geriatric, considering you were talking about, 12, 13 years ago, I was in my teens, I was 12, 13 years ago, I was your age. I'm feeling very old right now. Let's have a break, because, you know, I'm old and I need some time. I need to, I don't know what old people do.
Just have a little nano nap, we'll be right back.
Have a little stretch.
Oh yeah, put the kettle on.
Oh, kettle, I want some.
Have you ever felt stuck in patterns that don't serve you? Struggled with stress or wanted to connect more deeply with yourself? Then I have to introduce you to a friend of the podcast, Ashley Bentley of Integrated Coaching, Breathwork and Hypnotherapy. Ashley is a highly experienced clinical hypnotherapist and coach specializing in working with neurodivergent minds. Through a unique blend of integrative coaching, breathwork and hypnotherapy, Ashley helps people rewire subconscious patterns, regulate their nervous systems, and step into more empowered versions of themselves. Whether you're dealing with addiction, anxiety, burnout, or struggles with self-acceptance, Ashley offers practical and science-backed tools tailored just for you. Her unique methods combine neuroscience, storytelling, and subconscious transformation to create real, lasting change. Jordan and I can personally attest to the profound and transformative effects of her sessions, which have been life-changing. She does all of these sessions online, meaning she can work with you no matter where you are in the world. If you're ready to break free from old patterns and start living with more clarity, confidence, and connection, go to bit.ly/Ashley NDE to book a free consultation or learn more.
Do you want to bring us back, babe? And welcome to the Neurodivergent Experience.
No, my ear hurt.
And we're back. Sylvia's ear hurt. I asked Sylvia, do you want to bring us back? And she went, my ear hurt. And that is how we have come back from the break. Yeah. Yes, so welcome back, everyone. Sylvia's ear hurt. Special. That's the hot topic this week. Sylvia's ear hurt. Oh, I love you, babe. So yeah, you've got community and culture written down. Yes. Which you gave me the program notes, because that's what we do now, because we're professional, because we have ridiculous amounts of people.
Not that we always weren't.
No, we definitely weren't.
No, we definitely weren't.
I mean, one of us was.
Is trying.
We'll get there in the end. Fucking dyslexia. One of us were, and it wasn't me. Even a little bit. Yeah, I'm a wild card. What can you say?
Wild Horses is now playing. Stop.
You know, talking about that, I literally did like a post on Facebook, and because I was feeling a little bit like RSD, and I was like, oh, maybe I'm a bit over the top, or maybe I swear too much, or maybe, you know, I get too upset about things, and I'm not professional enough. And I asked the question on Facebook, and like hundreds of people literally commented going, don't change a thing. Literally, that's why we listen.
Yeah.
Like, because you're completely neurodivergent.
Sorry.
Exactly. You're just being your neurodivergent self. And so, yeah, that's it.
Authenticity is the key, my man. No.
This lunatic will carry on being as balmy as he always has been. That's Turkey for let's continue. Yeah, so I don't know what the fuck community in culture is. Like, please explain it.
So, dude, okay. I have found moving in the music space a lot that there is like little clicky subcultures. So, as an example,
the cliques, like I was talking about earlier. Right?
Yeah. So it's like click and culture. So you know a metalhead, like you know a metalhead when you see a metalhead. Yeah, okay. And you'll see emos, and a lot of the time you'll be able to pick what sort of music they listen to. But what I find fascinating is the crossover. So I've got friends that are like, as an example, my missus, she's an emo pop punk girly. She loves like All Time Low and You Me at Six and Blink-182 and people like that. But she's also a huge Little Mix fan. Make it make sense, but it does. And it's like you can move in and between all of these like little communities and cultures. But when I was younger, I didn't have like the friends that I did have weren't amazing friends, and I didn't have a lot of them. And one of the things that really helped me make new friends when I moved to schools and stuff, a new school, was finding people that like the same sort of music that I did. And you seem to almost have like similar sorts of dispositions. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've got friends that are metalheads, but I was like an indie kid, but then I got really into like sort of like post-punk, psychedelic sort of surfer rock in my early 20s. And it helped me integrate into different sort of community spaces and find people that I like and things like that. Yeah. And it really helped me sort of like unmask a bit. Yeah, it's the common interest. Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, you might not find your perfect friend, but you might within the community, find someone that, you could be lifelong friends with, I guess. But like, it's like anything, it is definitely something that brings people together. You think about like the spaces that we don't like to be in. And I say we, I'm not talking about autistic people. I'm saying we as in me, Sylvia, we as in the collective family that we are. Not big on crowds, not big on claustrophobic feeling spaces with lots of people in like trains or London in general or cities or towns. But just that's not our bag, baby. But fuck me, do I love a concert. Like
when you go to with the right crowd, like metalhead crowds are highly respectful and they have rules.
Dude, I figured this out. If you're not claustrophobic, obviously claustrophobic is a different thing, tight spaces. Sylvia's claustrophobic. It's a genuinely different thing to not like being in crowds. I find I don't want to be in crowds, and it has nothing to do with being autistic. It has everything to do with the fact that I'm traumatized because I was so badly bullied. And it's the unpredictability factor of I don't know who these people are. These are all strangers.
There could be fire.
They what?
In a concert, and then you have to go through the people. You better.
Your brain is in a completely different spot. I'm literally talking about like being on a train.
No, you said in a concert.
No, the concert's a different thing. Oh. No, okay. Sylvia was just in her own world. It's my favorite thing about Sylvia. She's just living in her own world, and she'll just randomly say something that is completely unrelated to what we're talking about, and we're expected to know what she's talking about. And she's like, and I was like, yeah, but babe, I was talking about like fish, and she's like, yes, but tires are. I need to change my tires. And I'm like, what's that got to do with the fish that we're going to eat tonight? She's like, I don't know. I need to, and it was in my head. I was like, oh, I love you so much. But yeah, so if you're on a train or in a crowd or walking around the town, it's unpredictability factor. You don't know those people. You don't know who they're going to stab you. Like genuinely, I have a fear of other people because of the trauma that I've had. But when I've gone to like a football game and I'm surrounded by other Chelsea fans, or I go to a concert and I'm surrounded by other fans of that music, suddenly, because I feel like I'm in a safer space. Like I'm still slightly on edge, but I'm not in constant fight or flight.
They feel with you, don't they?
You feel like everyone's there for the same reason.
Yeah.
No one's against you. This is why I never went to away matches when I watched football. I never went to away matches because I didn't want to.
Totally different vibe.
Yeah, I didn't want to deal with that.
Totally different vibe.
But I never minded being in a crowd of Chelsea fans because I realized that everyone's a Chelsea fan. Everyone's on your team. That's it. Everyone's on your team. Everyone's part of your clique almost. And it for me, it just made me feel safer. So honestly, the whole crowds thing, it's literally just the unpredictability factor and the anxiety of the fact that I don't trust humans mostly.
As long as you have a chair and you can sit somewhere on a concert.
Are you one of them?
Yeah, I sit in the chair. I can't be in a smashy pit.
No, it's a smashy pit.
But
Sylvia doesn't like the smashy pit.
But I've navigated away from the smashy pit. But I used to, whenever I used to go to gigs, dude, I used to love being a pit general. Because I used to have such good music timing and stuff. I used to love opening it up. But it was the stimulation for me, like the stimulation of rocking out. I just like when I went to see Limp Bizkit last, I went with a guy who'd not been to concerts that much, and he was surprised by how like expressive and out there I was because I'm normally quite reserved with him. And then as soon as the band came on stage, he was like, "Who are you?"
Yeah, because the music just flows through you, man. It can change you. It just releases all that energy. Yeah,
I unmask massively, and it's why I love festivals so much. Because I love being able to go in a field with 5 friends, sit around a campfire, leave my mask and my life behind, and I'm authentically me in the field. Because you can walk around a festival and be weird, and people love it. It's like they feed into the energy, and like if there's a band there that a lot of people are there to see, and you see all of them wearing the t-shirts and stuff, you instantly go, my people. And that's what I love about like music, culture, and communities. I love going up to people that aren't necessarily my people and going, what music do you like? Oh, well, I've learned something new today, and it opens up a new little world to me and opens up new people to me and cultures and community. And that's why I love it so much.
So you don't like the smashy pit, babe?
No, it's too tight. It's too many people. I can get trampled, and if it's fire, I might die because I don't know where to go.
I did get my eyebrows singed once. That was fun. And I got burnt by a flare at a festival as well once, and that really was a bit nasty. But
that's not safe. I mean, if you have a chair somewhere up the top and you know where is the fire exit next to you, then at least you can escape. Otherwise,
I've been crushed,
and I want to escape.
I've been crushed against the barrier a couple of times at shows where I've had to get pulled out by security. But I've also like jumped off stage and crowd surfed and
2 ribs broken.
Yeah. No, I got bruised ribs at a gig once. I've also had my nose like properly badly busted and crunched. I had a bloody nose after a show once.
Well, my experience of a smosh pit.
A smosh pit.
It's the difference between a mosh pit and a smashy pit. It's a smosh pit. We've landed on smosh pit.
That's the episode title for today, in the smosh pit.
Yeah. So I punched a guy in the face. So that was my experience because I'd never been in one, and everyone was like knocking into each other, and some guy pushed me really hard, and I went straight into this young girl and knocked her down, picked her up, turned around and just punched the guy fully in the face.
Yeah.
Because I was really angry that this girl had been hurt because this guy, you can jump, you can like knock into each other.
Oh, there's always somebody that takes it too far.
Yeah. He took it too far. Yeah. And then I fixed that.
But I also
made his nose bleed.
But I used to have that sort of justice sensitivity as well. It's why they call it being a pit general. Is that when the music starts, you push people out of the way and stuff, but you're also managing safety. There's been multiple times, dude, where I've been in a mosh pit with somebody and somebody had like a really spiked bracelet and they raked past somebody and cut them open.
Jesus.
Just instantly, I clicked, I walked straight.
But
this is me.
And he smells.
But
all right, Miss Kiljointon.
But you'll know me, Jordan. I'm not necessarily confrontational. Just went straight up to this guy, both collars, walked him out of the pit and was like, dude, you need to take your bracelet off. You're hurting people. And he went, oh, it's fashionable. I was like, just you're being a dick. Just take it off. And he was like, all right, okay. And there's been times where like people are on the floor and I've just gone, stop, like in the middle of a show. And I've held back like 5 people from trampling over somebody.
In concerts, man. It's crazy.
This is all dangerous. If someone throw up and everybody throw up,
Oh yeah. Dude, yeah, I've seen people throw up at shows.
Family Guy.
I've also seen at festivals people pee in cups and throw them.
Oh no,
it's very wild.
Humans.
It's very wild.
This is why we don't. I've never been to a festival, and I think it's the same because it's an unpredictability factor.
This will be my
because there's lots of different
one this year.
But there's lots of different bands, so it's like, what if it's a band that I don't like, and then that person's unpredictable? Suddenly, it's weird. I don't know how my brain works. I mean, I do, but
yeah. See, I saw The Prodigy the night after my 21st birthday on a beach in Portugal.
Twisted Firestarter.
But there was literally people running around in the mosh pit just naked. Just like absolutely off the face. Like, it was a really weird, wild, wonderful crowd. But then I've also been in other crowds where it's like a library and you're like, oh, come on, guys, pump a bit of energy into it. So it's all dependent on who's around you.
I went and listened to a live band in Kingston with a mate of mine a long time ago. And it was a metal band, right?
Is it a New Slang by any chance? The club that's near the bus stops?
I don't know. It had a.
I used to love going.
It had a strip bar next door that Sylvia wouldn't let me go into.
Yeah, so yeah.
I was like, I need to go in there to have quiet time, and she's like, slap me and.
No, it didn't. I just said it was expensive. Otherwise, I'd go too.
It's all about the cash. I've got the money. You can see the naked ladies.
She opened a purse and she went, "I've only got a 10."
Yeah, sorry. So you can see the naked ladies, but I haven't got the money for it today. Come back when we're richer. Can we go back now?
We were on budget.
Yeah, it's a budget.
We had to go back home on the train, and train are expensive.
But isn't it interesting though, like how we love music, but yet necessarily seeing it live might not be the right environment for people that absolutely love music. There's some people that are going to be at home that are just going to be like, I need my perfect speakers with my perfect amp, and I'm just going to sit in peaceful quiet and listen to this record. Which
is why I thought it was so strange that we go to this, going to a live band at a bar, whatever, and literally everyone was just standing there.
Yeah.
And they're all kitted out like long leather jackets and face paint or mascara and like proper metal. They look the part. They all look
massively
the part,
socially awkward.
But they were hugely socially awkward because they were just standing there. Yeah. I was in like I can't remember, like a hoodie and jeans. Like I'm not a metalhead. I don't dress considering the music I listen to. You
did used to wear like a
band
Neo Matrix kind of look.
Oh great, yeah. No, that was when I was. No, I wasn't copying the Matrix. I was copying Blade, actually.
Oh, Blade was so cool.
Yeah, I know I was. Yeah, thanks.
I think I have to watch.
I've just got images of you like dressed like the Crow, just walking through Horsham.
Oh no, 100%. But people were like, "Oh, you dressed like that because of the Matrix," and I was like, "Well, actually, sir, I'm dressed like that because I'm into Blade."
He had no swords. He wasn't that cool.
I didn't have the swords.
Yeah.
No, otherwise,
but again, dude, you know. Who could imagine living in the moment of that nightclub at the beginning of the first Blade with like all the water? That's an atmosphere, dude.
So good.
Well, that's what I mean. Is it like it builds that sort of like?
That's in my running. That's on my running playlist because when that pumps up, I suddenly just get like an extra burst and I just get that extra energy. But yeah, so I'm at the club and like everyone's just standing there doing nothing, and I'm in the middle of the dance floor just head banging away, you know, giving myself whiplash for the next day.
The next day he couldn't move his head right or left at all. He was like,
I just thought it was hilarious that I'm just like jeans and a hoodie and some kicks, and there's all these like metalheads all dressed to the nines, like all the gear, no idea. And like you're like, and I literally turned around and went, "What the fuck is wrong with you lot?" And then my mate went, "Yeah, you might want to leave, mate."
Yeah. Well, that's what's wild, dude. Is like I've been to like indie shows where everyone's there and just like basically dressing like Nick Cave, you know, the shirt without a tie, and they're all like, "Oh yeah, I'm too cool, I'm just smoking my roll-ups." But as soon as the music hits, it's like Morrissey or something where everyone's but everyone's literally the foundations of the building are being destroyed. And then you go to like metal shows and everyone's like, remember guys, elbows out, let's all be respectful and everyone wear deodorant. And it's like, that's such a contradiction of what I expect. It's like I've been to shows where the bands are like really wish-washy and people are going absolutely mental. And then I remember going to see System of a Down, and the crowd behind me looked like they were having a picnic. And in front of me, it looked like a bloody war zone. There was one dude who was like literally in a fully blown up canoe with an oar, just pushing it into the faces of people riding the crowd. Then there was another guy who was just in a deck chair reading a newspaper, just being held above the crowd, and he kept in character. I was like, own it, dude. I absolutely love that. But then you turn around and there's people going, excuse me, could you turn it down a bit? It's a bit too loud. And it's just, it's crazy, the sort of like different environments that you get through with people. But I just love how it's this sort of like, it's the language of stim for me. I can so stim when I've got music playing. I just let it just comes out of me, and I'm not even self-conscious anymore. But then as soon as the lights come on in the gig, I'm just like, nobody perceive me. I must leave now.
Yeah. So we'll end with my quick list of why music's important for neurodivergent people. I think it's a great way, it's a great way of expressing ourselves when we have alexithymia. It's a wonderful form of echolalia. You know, we can sing our feelings. It's a wonderful way of learning how to socialize, learning, you know, making friends and feeling part of a group. We probably find a lot of other NDs are doing the same thing. We can find our tribe. It gets us out. It helps us hyper-focus on getting to places where we would normally struggle. You know, not all of us, some of us would struggle going to, such as for me getting to London to go and see a concert. You know, I can hyper-focus on that moment. And like you said, stimming. It's a huge thing that we can stim with. We can dance, we can flap, I love dancing. I love moving my body and just releasing all of that energy that's pent up and with our eidetic memories, it's a wonderful way of reliving the past. It's a good way of just being in those moments. So I think being ND and music go hand in hand, and I've really, really enjoyed this episode, man. It was a really cool one.
No, I've also really enjoyed it. And do you know what, guys? I think what I'm going to do is when I listen back and edit this, I'll list all of the people that we've listened to, and I'll turn it into a little playlist so you can go through and have a little listen.
Yeah.
That'll make me happy.
Chris Craft will make
jump.
I love you, babe.
Oh, so funny. So funny. Well, thank you so much for listening. And we've got a more fun hot topic coming tomorrow compared to the ones that we have. We're going to be talking about trends and collecting.
Yeah.
So
and
keep out for that one.
Weird creatures.
They're very weird. We'll explain. Listen out for tomorrow. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thanks for tuning in to the Neurodivergent Experience. We hope today's episode sparked something for you, whether it's a new idea, a bit of validation, or just a moment of connection. Remember, new episodes are every week, so be sure to join us for the next one for more conversations and insights into the neurodivergent experience. If you've enjoyed this podcast, help us grow. You can do that by rating and reviewing this show. Your support makes a huge difference in helping us reach more people who could benefit from these conversations. You can connect with us on social media. Find us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Just search for the Neurodivergent Experience. Thank you again for listening. And until next time, take care of yourself. You're not alone in this journey.